Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what time it is? It is time for us to see that Norway has almost pro players other than, well, I would say other than Ryan and Rubinho, but Ryan and Rubinho are pro players. That Norway has almost pro players too. And well, we're going to be starting off with NOREG versus GameAgents, a team that was able to beat Epsilon, who we all know have already managed a 2-0. I'm 90% sure at least, who have managed a 2-0 Navi very recently as well. See, I think they did because I did see it on the... I did see it on Reddit, just up there somewhere, that Epsilon versus Team Natas Venture, the IEM qualifier results, and I just assumed that Epsilon did in fact beat them. But hey, who cares about Epsilon and Navi? We care about GameAgents and NOREG, because we're getting into Mirage. And it should be interesting to see who exactly is able to win this one out. Now, with that being said, I do need to actually figure out what exactly is going on in terms... Oh, brilliant. We've got our odds out as well. Surprisingly enough, GameAgents are favored 54% to 46%. And I know what you're thinking. How do we know you're telling us the right odds? Well, you don't know that. And that's why we're going to have a widget for you. We're going to have a live widget which tells you every single thing you need to know. And remember, the only thing you need to know is that you need to bet over at bets.net. If you are a bettor, and this is where you want to go, because bets.net just does it for you, does it for me, does it for everyone. They've got bets in their name. They're on the internet. What better credibility than that? What more can I say? I wasn't actually told to say any of this anyway because I was trying to fill time before the pistol round started. Haha. 0-0 though, the pistol round has started, so I don't need to fill any more time. We've got 2 sets of utility out on the NOREG side. I do like this coming out from them. The European teams do seem to be a little bit more... I'd say disciplined in being able to go for the correct amount of utility, at least what I believe is the correct amount of utility on the pistol round. But now, PBD, he's got to be careful. That HE grenade does do a lot of damage, but so does the CZ. Takes down 2 players immediately afterwards, going for the third, but Marcellus finally managed to return fire. Croman as well, going in on the back lines. That Gabeson to fall to him. Color, Fleav, and Zero, all 3 of these players are still converging inside towards that site is where Zero, oh dear, Zero, you saw the head, Zero. Doesn't actually, never mind, doesn't quite look like it. But well, now he's definitely going to be able to see him as he takes down Marcellus. Croman trading it away immediately, keeps it down to a 2 versus 2, but Croman is looking on fire. He is looking unstoppable, and he has already made it into a 2 versus 1, where Zero will be soon to fall. 1-0. Hey, there's 0 in the score too. See, in the chat, I just saw someone going 0 hype, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. And I was just thinking to myself, wait, what do you mean 0 hype? I'm super hyped up. And then I realized you're actually hyped up for the player called Zero. You guys are deceptive. That's what you are. Its names are deceptive. But will NOREG be deceived by the fact that there are 4 players over towards that A side? Will they walk into the stack is the next question. Doesn't quite look like that will be the case. They are going for a nice little default, getting information. Fleav, though, he might have given away a bit too much information. Croman waiting, and oh dear, it's not just information he has gotten. It is the life. It is the blood. It is the soul of Fleav as he does hit the deck. Nafu and PBD. These are the 2 players that Autodirector wants to show me alternatively, as if either one of them was about to have any significant action. But Nafu, he's going to be able to see Color push forward if he indeed does choose to do so. But actually, scratch that thought, as Nafu will continue to push forward himself. He's looking to get aggressive. He's looking to find a bit more to chew on, and he should be careful. Could end up biting off more than he can chew. Looks like he's setting up for some sort of a smoke. I'm trying to figure this one out. Looks like a complicated one. One of those ones where I cannot get too much done. It's Fleav. Alright then. Oh, it's not, sorry, not Fleav. It's Fleav! Of course. I will try to remember this. I will try to remember this. Gabeson with his deagle, taking down one. Nicely done. Eka's already taking a fall, and Zeeves will be able to return fire. Still a 3 versus 4. But if NOREG aren't careful, well, they're lucky this time around that there aren't too many players over towards that side. Otherwise, they could have ended up taking down a few more. And that's where things get tricky. Cromman looking for those long-range duels. And it seems like Fleeve and Gabeson are going to be the only casualties so far. Akaz did end up losing up his rifle, but NOREG are not too concerned about that. They still have 4 of their rifles left alive. They still can attempt to purchase up a MAC-10 or a UMP for Akaz if they want to go for more of a defensive side, or more of a defensive style of play. And Akaz could have really used the money. I mean, he's got 0 kills right now. He'd really like to be able to farm up a bit more. Instead, actually, Marcellus says, you know what, you can have my AK-47. I don't trust you with the entry. I don't trust you to be able to get kills with this gun. Instead, I'm going to take this gun. I'm going to go get all the kills. I'm going to get all the money. I'm going to get all the fame. I'm going to get all the ladies of negotiable affection. And instead, well, it looks like he's just going to throw out a grenade and back himself off, as there is a stack in the B site where PBD and Zero are both sitting pretty with Kevlar and pistols that have been upgraded already. Marcellus pushing through. But he's still just feeling as if there's going to be some aggression coming out from the CT side, as if they're going to be the ones pushing forward over on mid. And that's a very common tactic for teams to adopt on their pistol round. So it's not too surprising. I do like the fact that he is checking for that. But still, it will need to rotate out pretty soon. These pistols, I need to reposition themselves very, very soon, because unless Gabeson manages to go absolutely ham, he got a couple of good shots before as well, to be fair, but unless Gabeson manages to go absolutely ham, is he, oh, I know what he's doing. He's going to wait to see whether or not someone actually walks into him, and if he realizes that, then he will just be able to start spamming at him, because the Deagle takes a lot of very high damage. Oh dear, Deagle deals so much damage even on close range without a headshot. BBD and Zero getting 2 quick kills still turn things in their favor. Game Agents aren't looking too bad in this situation. P250 still at the ready. 34 points of HP is a little bit more foreboding for him though. These flashbangs will stall him off for a little while longer, but Zeeves will not care. He just keeps on going further and further. Fleev. Well, I said Fleev, my bad. It's okay, it's okay, it's alright. It's not alright for Akaz though, as he only gets 1 kill before being traded away. Cromman does the same, and now it's a 1 versus 1 with a Galil in the hand and AK in the hand of Zero. No kit though, Zero! How does he have nerves of steel like that? Ice in the veins, Kobe on the tree, easy for Zero right there and then. The 1v1 that completely turns things around. NOREG will still have money to be able to buy up because of that bomb plant. But how exactly? How does that happen over there? That's got to be so frustrating. NOREG letting too many kills come through, letting too much happen over there. And this is going to be a frustrating recovery, because now they're going up against a double op setup. Now they've got more than enough money on the side of Game Agents. Grenade being chucked out. Only doing too much, but Zeeves, he's already taken a fall. He will be avenged very soon afterwards, though. Akaz making sure that happens. On the other hand, Nafu as well. The flashbang catching out Fleev. I always like it when players try to wallbang that, because it is something that's very... Oh dear, doesn't have the bullets, doesn't quite have the bullets. PBD takes advantage. Otherwise, this could have been really unfortunate. If he went down over there, that could have been a 4 versus 3 in the favor of NOREG instead. Cromman, look at you. He realizes exactly where color is. And he managed to take him down, but doesn't check the CT spawn area. That's a criminal mistake being made from him. 2 versus 3. And they've managed to make their way on towards the site. They know where a couple of these players are, but PBD coming over from the jungle side could throw a spanner in the works. Gabeson, be careful. You're playing with fire over here. Marshall is checking the angle, but he will be punished. And now Akka is left alone in 1 versus 3. They're coming from jungle and CT respectively, but do they realize where Akka is? Yes, they do. Gabeson takes him down, and that will be the defuse to come through. 2-all as GameAgents manage to shut down NOREG. Still, bomb plant is there. Still, money is present. But NOREG to be able to buy up in the next round. Not this one, but the next one. And what a round coming out from Gabeson over there. Just making sure he's positioned in such a defensive angle and even letting his teammate die. Not budging an inch off of that. Not trying to go for the repeat. Realizing that perhaps the terrorist side would become overzealous or wouldn't have time to check all their angles properly. Playing it like a fiddle. Meanwhile though, Croman finds 1. 0 will be able to very quickly triple that number with his own. Fleeve pushes through and takes down Nafu. He's only got 8 points of health left, so should be careful because they don't want to lose too many guns over here. They don't want to end up losing all too much. Zeeves, though, nicely done. Almost gets the kill over there. Slightly unfortunate that he couldn't quite get the 1 bullet that he needed to take away the 8 points of HP still left on Fleeve. But with a minute left, Zeeves he is not looking like a happy camper whatsoever. 37 points of HP, dodges 1 bullet as the shoulder peak comes through. Color will reveal himself pretty soon, but Zeeves is not far back enough to be able to take advantage of that. Another flashbang flying forward, and Color, well, he's going to be able to catch him out from behind, and that will be the end of Zeeves. Three for 2. Double up, 2 rifles, and PBD is hunting for the drop that has gone his way. And M4 for him as well. NOREG does have enough money to be able to continue buying up. No op on them though, which might end up becoming a problematic situation. But with a double op, you do have the chance to go for B-side execute. Just try and smoke out the ledge, get 2 smokes out for B short as well. Once you've got the bomb planted, the 2 ops are not very effective when it comes to going for retake situations. That's always one of the big criticisms of the double op setup. And so far, both of these ops aren't even over towards the B site. So Fleeve and it seems like PBD will be the ones who have to try and defend. That's exactly what's happening right now. Smokes are being deployed. They're going to be flashing themselves a little bit as well. But Fleeve in the meanwhile, along with PBD, this is the perfect crossfire. And they've managed to get 3 quick kills actually. 2 players still left alive, and it is a 3 versus 2, but with a double op, like I said, it's much more difficult. The bomb does get deployed, which means Marcellus still has a chance in this round. Color though, with a very, very fast flick, will turn this into a 4-2 situation for GameAgents, who have actually managed to get the previous 4 rounds in a row. 3 of them have been retakes as well. So NOREG will not be short of cash anytime soon, or so it seems. But as long as GameAgents are winning those rounds, and they don't really care too much about the cash situation of NOREG, not at all. Kala scoping in. And throwing out these smokes as well. Realizes that there's a lot of aggression that could come through, but unfortunately Akez isn't quite as wary, isn't quite as careful, and he's going to be punished because of that. Zeeves in the meanwhile has had a second of hesitation, and he's punished for that, because now he's going to be brought down by Color. Another kill for him. Nicely done, and they're trying to move on to the side. They will successfully plant the bomb, but the CTs are in a retake situation right now. Zero manages to get one, swings out for the second as well, and Croman, he's the man you want to have in this circumstance, but just can't get it done. Can't get it done. Goes down, and it will be a 2-5 scoreline. And I have to say, GameAgents, they're looking really good right now. They're playing this consistent retake setup over on their CT's side. And the big advantage of this is that NOREG can no longer gain mid control because of this style of setup where you've got 2 players over in mid, 1 player over in connector, 1 in CT's spawn. Or, you know, something on those lines. You can obviously have some variations if you want to have more people towards B. But this just means that NOREG can't feel safe and confident trying to take control of mid. And again, you see the exact same thing. Fleeve is being boosted up. Fleeve is playing to assume that someone will come from underpass. They're going to try and make sure at least bottom of mid is in their control. And Zero going down is a surprise in on itself. Zeeves manages to be the executioner in that circumstance. Akaz providing a boost to his teammate. Zeeves will perhaps be looking to take down PBD as well, but PBD, he's got a crossfire with his friend, but he doesn't even need it. NOREG are being taken down one by one right now, and it doesn't look like this is going to be stopping anytime soon, as Nafu gives away some information as well about his location. The op shot misses as he was going for the shoulder peak. Croman, he's really been the standout player for his team so far. Nafu has not got a single kill. This is problematic, to say the least. But Fleeve, keep an eye out for him and Gabeson, because they are masters at locking down this site. Fleeve able to get one over there and looking for even more. Marcellus in the meanwhile shuts down PBD. Is going to try and plant down the bomb as well. Will be successful in doing so, as the other side is going to be populated with more and more counter-terrorists. Marcellus might be trying to bait out this shoulder peak, but the shoulder peak is not going to be enough. Nafu, can he start getting his first 3 kills? Doesn't look like that will be the case. Actually, he gets 1. So he's up to 1 kill, but unfortunately that 1 versus 3 simply isn't going to be working out for him. 5-2. GameAgents continue their lead, and Zero, despite him going down early on, his team is able to step things up this time around. Zeeves was a man to escort Zero out of the server, but this time Zero is going to be back with a vengeance, and he is ready to try and punish NOREG even further, especially when you keep in mind the fact that they are on a quasi-buy round. They're just going to be buying up some pistols, some utility. Again, like I pressured in the previous round as well, they weren't able to take control of mid. They tried very hard, and they ended up losing out a couple of players while they did that. Akez taking down 1 early on as they get very aggressive early on with these pistols. PBD and Zero quick to trade away, but Akez and Nafu are still alive, and surprisingly enough, they're down 1 man on the CT side. 3 versus 2. Zero now repositioning himself to be able to try and make sure he can keep control of the bomb that he did drop earlier on. But Zeeves has already taken a fall. Akez and Marcellus are the 2 players that they have to be careful of, but they don't have any flashbangs, they don't have any molotovs, any smokes, any utility to speak of whatsoever. So you can't really see them being able to pull this off without some ridiculous shots from that deagle to come through. Because remember that M4, even if you get the dink, even if you get the instant headshot, it just doesn't kill you. So the op still has a chance to be able to respond in turn and quickly enough. And Gabeson realizes this. That's why he's holding the tunnel's stairs position. And Zero is just watching their back. Gabeson knows he's the one who can actually get the initial kill early on. And Marcellus is suddenly left very, very lonely. Gets a kill onto Zero. But he's on 17 points of HP. And that CZ will do the job. 7-2. GameAgents are looking dominant right now. 7 for 2. And Gabeson. And his AWP, oh, almost getting shot over there. Does manage to get it on the second try. But that means Akis has already taken down 0. But unfortunately for NOREG, that is a small consolation, as Gabeson and company are able to still maintain the lead in numbers despite 0 going down early on. It's still a 3 versus 1 now, as Nafu is left alone versus the fires of PVD and Color, not Cooler. Or Color. I'm not entirely sure, honestly. Is this Color, Cooler, or Color? I don't speak the language being spoken in chat, so I can't actually tell whether you guys are replying or not. It's Color. Okay. Got it. We will say Color. Would be funny if he was called Cooler, like the Dragon Ball Z character. And the second he dies, another one comes up, because obviously that anime had nothing but final forms everywhere. But hey, final forms have to be displayed by NOREG as well. Smokes are being deployed. They're going to be going through the smokes on the CT side as well. Zero's looking to get aggressive. Oh no, he is getting so many kills right there and then. Croman manages to finally bring him down, but even he will be traded away as soon as the shots through the smoke will be able to catch him out just a little bit. Nafu uses that gap in the smoke to get 1 kill, but that isn't enough. Again and again, Nafu is left in these 1 versus X situations where he simply can't drag himself out of the mud. Nine for 2. Double op is still prevalent. And Gabeson's looking so good so far. Marcel is going down early on there on an eco round, so this is more of a just let's just get this round over with. That's what Zero's saying, as well as he is. Oh dear, Croman got that shot, even though Color was able to scout out that Croman was indeed positioning himself to be able to take down Gabeson. But he doesn't communicate it to his teammate, and they will end up losing a man because of that. But that is the only casualty so far. As Disease will be going down towards the mid side. PBD finds him from Connector, and he's going to shut it out. Get to double digits, 10 to 2. NOREG aren't really showing, wow, my English gets so bad sometimes, aren't really showing any signs of life. And this time the flashbang won't really work out from the terrorist side. Again, Zero though, pushing the exact same way down towards underpass, manages to get 2. Zero does finally get traded away, but he's already done so much damage. And this just seems to be the story of every single round where he doesn't get killed in the first engagement. He gets traded away, but only after he's gotten 2 kills, only after he's gotten information, only after he's managed to put his team in a situation where if they still lose, oh god, no. Color, how do you get a secondary shot there? That is criminal for Marcellus. That should not have been possible in the slightest. Croman does take down PPD with a lot less trouble, and Color also now finally going down. Croman won't be given the chance to have an easy kill though. There's 2 AK-47s, and one of them is going to come from the side and shut him down. They don't want to play this. They don't want to play this fair. They just want to go in. They just want to be able to make sure that they get the round. It doesn't matter if they're hitting Croman through the side of his head or through the front of it. They just want to make sure he's going down. And I mean, look at this. Look at this scoreboard. It is preposterous. 0. 20 kills on him. That is excellent. Nafu on the other side still sitting at 4, but can't really say the rest of his teammates are doing too well either, other than Croman. You've got 7 as the highest number. Beyond that, that's just not enough. Oh, nice shot from him. Getting aggressive over towards the B side. And that's something that Robinho actually used to do a lot with his rifles, getting aggressive the way he did in Inferno on the B side. Now, obviously, Robinho is another Norwegian player who we don't really know what's going to be happening with him. I'm very excited to see that, actually. There were some rumors about Optic, but that didn't really work out. Now, Gabeson, he's enjoying the fact that there is no Robinho on NOREG right now. That could have maybe changed things around a little bit. "50 seconds left on the clock. Gabeson takes the peek, gets the first shot, could continue forward, but he misses it. And on the other end, there's not too much being done either, but finally Zero managing to chime in. This time he's managed to get his hands on an AWP. Zeeves is watching the back, but Croman is watching the front, and the front is where Zero is. Zeeves now left alone versus 3 players as Croman goes down. Zero looks so good with the AWP as well, the way he's playing with it, getting these very, very close range shots and getting basically pretty much everything he possibly can. And it just goes to show you, this man is dialed in right now. He is just having a phenomenal game. He's just feeling so confident he thinks he can do whatever he wants, and well, he's right for now. He's almost doubling up anyone else on his team, and Gabeson's doing very, very well himself. He's sitting on 12 kills, and as I think he's the primary operator, but there's been 2 offs throughout the CT side so far, so that puts a slightly different spin on things. Marsilius though takes down Gabeson. They're going to be going in. Color tries to re-peek and trade it away, but will be unsuccessful in doing so. They've got utility. They need to start chucking out these grenades because they're in a very easily nadeable positions. Croman gets one more. Color, though, along with Fleeve, are able to trade it back into an equalizer. 3 versus 3 with Marsilius being as low as he is, but he still gets 1 kill before going down. Color as well, incredibly low. Like I said, Zero over towards the other side. In Connector will be moving forward as well. Needs to get super aggressive, but super aggressive is what Color does, as he is going to be going for the fuse right now. Zero finishes off Nafu, who jumps up and is caught out mid-air. 13-2. GameAgents have gotten 13 rounds in a row versus NOREG. That is preposterous. The only rounds that NOREG has been able to get were the first 2 rounds off the back of a pistol, and GameAgents' first round wasn't even. That wasn't even like a full buy round. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest. Wait, no, actually, that might have been a full buy round. I might be wrong about this, huh? I think it was an eco round that they won because of the way that the economy works, but might be wrong, to be honest. Might be slipping my mind right now. Five USBs along with a kit and 4 pieces of Kevlar are what adorn the CT side. NOREG now have to use the tools they have at their disposal to start coming up and coming big. Leave takes down Akaz, and Marsilius manages to get the return kill over there as well. Zero wants to continue pushing forward. He's been given over a P250 by his team, and they should be trusting him right now with the performance that he is putting up. Nafu has to be careful because Zero is very soon going to be coming in from the back lines. Nafu going for those shots will be unsuccessful, and Croman has to pay the price as PBD will take him down and move forward for even more. PBD manages to take down Nafu, and Marsilius to a very low HP, but fortunately for GameAgents, they're able to get out the pistol round and win. And this means that if they can capitalize off of their first 3 round victories, that could be big. And by big, I mean they will literally just win the round and the game. Not the round, rather. The game. They will literally just win the game. Marsilius picking up the scout. He knows the pressure on them. He knows that, oh no, that incendiary will completely decimate any plans that he had of getting aggressive. And Akaz, also getting aggressive, is able to get something out of it. A single kill onto Gabeson, but with 4 AK still left, this round is very much in the control of the GameAgents. as they will want to try and take a peek forward. Marsilius as well, shoulder peeking it through, going for the pre-fire, almost gets a shot into Color, but now Color is able to dodge out those hits, and Marsilius is forced to back off. Zeeves a little bit more successful in his attempts, as he will be able to get one, but Zero's already found his way up into connector, and this is a scary, scary man to have entering your A site. The bomb's deployed, the bomb's not deployed, but the bomb's dropped very, very far back. Zero doesn't really have too many bullets either. 5 bullets left to work with, and Nefu takes him down before he has the chance to use them. BBD is down to 1 versus 3, gets the first one, sees the second. Will it be going for even more? But these eco rounds, man, they have been treacherous so far. And he does have possession of the bomb, that's the big thing. So he could actually rotate back towards the A side from window. Doesn't look to be what he wants to do though. And Nafu playing very, very defensively. Might not realize that he is going for the bomb plant, but he finds him with his back turned, and PBD will go down because he didn't take advantage of the fact that he had more than enough time to be able to check a few corners and to be able to check to see if there's anyone in a main. NOREG are able to get their eco round victory. Forced by victory, not really an eco round, forced by victory. It's been the first round in 14 rounds actually for NOREG. And well, GameAgents, let's just put it this way. This may be the bets.net challenge, but 55% to 45% odds so far are not really looking too fair with the way that, oh god, Color, please don't start to win this round as well. Okay, they're safe for now. There is still a possibility that Zero comes alive and Zero just starts demolishing everybody. As he goes for the shot, will end up missing it. Risky play for him to make. The smoke will come through. Akez will extinguish his life, though. Leave and BBD want to be able to get a bomb plant down because they know that this round is out of their control. But Nafu gets a long-range duel versus the CZ, as to be expected. So, oh god, PBD with an ungodly flick, though. Makes things more interesting. Nafu down low. And there he goes. 4 rounds for NOREG. MP9 for Marsilius. Akez. And this incendiary will be all that they have to take control of mid, because very soon after, Chroman's going to be going back. Marsilius pushes through. MP9 getting money for days, dropping the bomb as well, preventing the terrorists from getting too much out of this round, as Akez will be turning around, expecting a man through connector, but as he turns around, that gives Color a chance to go for the bomb plant out. Akez shuts him down. 0 now left in a 1 versus 2. He has got an M4A4, could look to deal some damage. Incendiary as well to help him out, but with the bomb being down, that puts more pressure on him. What? Okay. That is that's an interesting grenade. Akez though was going to give us something interesting as well, and that interesting thing is going to be 0 falling very, very rapidly. 0 still 27 kills for him. He's done his job. He is absolutely spectacular despite the questionable Molotovs that he has been throwing. Kala with an AWP in his pocket is looking to get more out of the map. Is looking to exploit those long range angles that Mirage is famous for, and trying to exploit Marsilius while he's at it as well. First shot is missed, as they were going for the cross. Akez will be able to try and spray down a few of these players through the smoke. Unfortunately, doesn't look like he wants to do so. He's content with the 1 kill that he's gotten. And Nafu, despite the flashbang and the wall bags, Nafu will remain safe. Smoke being chucked out. And Akez, well, he's waiting for them to make the push. They have to do it eventually. And that's where all the pressure comes down to Marcelius, who's revealed his position, who has shown that he is alone on the B side, the way he is positioning himself, but the bomb is behind him while there is action and taking place on the other side of the map. Gabeson is the man with the bomb. And Gabeson is the man who can actually kill Marcelius and oh dear, Marcelius misses that shot, reveals his positioning, and he's going to go down through the wall. Bench is not a very safe location when you're that low on HP. They do have a kit on NOREG and some utility, but if Gabeson gets aggressive over here, he could do major things with this AWP, because now it's a whoa, no, he sees his foot and he backs himself off. That's an absolute tragedy. And that means that these two players will be able to come up very, very soon. They need to take the peek. What's happening over here? Gabeson, why are you revealing your position, my friend? Especially when they have an incendiary in their pocket. Gabeson will be taken down as Crumman will do the honors. 14-6 will be the score as NOREG manages to get one more. 0 this time around. Only 1 kill going through for him. And GameAgents, where they were having an absolutely flamboyant CT half, they seem to have calmed down a bit once they shifted over towards the terrorist side. And it could definitely open possibilities for NOREG to try and exploit it. Taking down 0 over there. And Marcellus goes forward for another one as well. PBD going down means it's a 5 versus 3 to start off the round. This is such a difficult situation for the terrorist side to come back from, especially when Zeeves is transferring a spray like that one. Clean cut execution of the GameAgent side so far. They need 2 more rounds for the terrorists. 2 more. But if NOREG gets double digits, that's where I say anything is possible. That's where I say, you know what, these guys can make it happen. Double digits is where GameAgent starts feeling the pressure. Double digits is where I don't think they have the mental fortitude to be able to stop NOREG, unless NOREG are the ones who make a mistake first. Oh god, no. Gabeson, don't do this to them. Don't do this to them. Color and Gabeson, combined with the sacrifice from Fleave's HP, will be given a chance to do so much. They've gotten 3 kills early on. Not like this, my friends. They were doing so well on NOREG's side, coming back one by one, but they get aggressive. They get Deagle down. They get CZ down. They get ecoed down to a 4 versus 2. Op has been picked up by PBD as well. In the meanwhile, 0 is a big casualty for them to lose, but they now have this round in their favor, especially since PBD is getting in from behind. PBD is coming in from the CT spawn area, but look at this. They're just not going to expect this. PBD scope in, my friend. He sees the man, but he misses the shots. Can't pull out the CZ in the time that he had. In the meanwhile, now it's all down to Zeeves. M4 at the ready, gets the first one. The grenade is actually the one to take down Gabeson. Color responds, and that means Nafu now has to win a 1 versus 2. Again and again, Nafu is the one who's in a clutch situation, and he just can't seem to get it done. Bomb is down. Weapons are in favor of the CT side. HP is in favor of the CT side as well. 1 bullet to either one of these players would have finished them off, but 15-7 GameAgents. GameAgents have just now put the CTs in a situation where they don't have money either, so they actually have to go for pharmacists and UMPs and 1 AWP out for Crumman. But just doesn't seem like a great situation to find yourself stuck in. Moving through, the M4 will try and do what it can, but Zeeves is able to take down PVD in the meanwhile. Another shot will turn into 3v2, and GameAgents, as soon as they lost control, they seem to be regaining it. And Nafu one more time, it's a 1v3. He's lost so many rounds like this. Will this be another one, or will this be the changing of the guards? Will this be the changing of the tide? Doesn't look like it. 16-7, GameAgents are able to take it away. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for tuning in. We're going to have more CSGO action on this very same channel tomorrow, day after tomorrow. I'm not sure about day after tomorrow, actually, but probably tomorrow as well. With that being said, of course, if you've enjoyed the casting, you can find me on twitter.com/ggttime.